Subtle energy. Energetic signatures and invisible fields of influence. Science tells us that we live in a virtual sea of invisible fields of influence which impact our daily lives in profound ways, yet we typically have little or no conscious awareness of them. In science, these phenomena include the activity of the Earth's geomagnetic field, which has been shown to be correlated with various emotional and psychological states, and even psychic experiences, in human beings. Electromagnetism, which initiates the attraction of positively charged protons to negatively charged electrons in human cells. The strong nuclear force, which is more powerful than electromagnetism and therefore holds positively charged protons together within the atomic nucleus. The biophoton field in plants and animals, which is believed to be the chief means of communication between DNA molecules across the entire body of a plant, animal, or human. These and other forces play crucial roles in our lives, and if it weren't for science informing us of their influence, most of us would remain entirely unaware of their existence. The same can be said of subtle energies. The emerging science of subtle energy reveals the existence of energies that exist beyond the four known forces of conventional science: the strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, electromagnetism, and gravity. These energies are often faster than light, and typically too weak or subtle to measure using electromagnetic instruments. Hence the term subtle energy. The subtle aspect of these energies, however, does not speak to their capacity for facilitating positive transformations in behavior, health, and awareness. Research has revealed that the presence of these energies can produce powerful effects by effectively conditioning the space in which they emerge. Such spaces have been anecdotally reported for centuries in places often referred to as sacred, whether they are power spots in nature, holy pilgrimage sites, or sites with long histories of deep prayer and meditation. By constantly cultivating highly conditioned spaces of ultra-high frequency energy that is associated with higher states of consciousness, it is possible to subtly but effectually raise the level of consciousness of the surrounding environment and thereby pull or attract human consciousness toward higher stages of development. This process might be thought of as a kind of sacred environmentalism, in which the practical coupling of our physical nature with our higher spiritual capacities becomes easier and more accessible. What is subtle energy? Subtle energy is the term most commonly used to denote energies that are not currently explained by the four known forces of physics. The four forces of physics are the strong and weak nuclear forces, electromagnetism, and gravity. It seems likely that various gradations of subtle energy underlie the four forces of physics as well as space-time itself. The world's wisdom traditions, as well as energetically conscious scientists and researchers, often acknowledge subtle energy and related phenomena with such terms as chi, kundalini, chakras, ki, prana, vital force, life force energy, orgone energy, the ether, torsion fields, scalar waves, longitudinal waves, and so on. While many researchers have concluded that all of these energies are essentially the same thing, research at SES indicates that, although all these energies indeed fall within the category of subtle energy and are similar to one another in various ways, they are in fact often distinctly different from one another in peculiar ways. In a nutshell, subtle energy refers to any energy that is subtler than electromagnetism, gravity, and the nuclear forces, and produces measurable and repeatable effects that cannot be accounted for by any other means. Furthermore, there is strong evidence that subtle energy is often intimately related to consciousness. In truth, there is a growing body of scientific research showing that these subtle energies do indeed exist. And though science cannot necessarily detect these energies directly, it can most definitely detect them indirectly by detecting their effects on human, animal, and plant biology. What is a subtle energetic signature? In his book, The Basic Code of the Universe, Dr. Massimo Citro speaks of a basic governing code made up of the ensemble of information that allows bodies to exist, the blueprint of the construction, This code can be thought of as having both an informational component and an energetic component, the former informing a particular substance how to be itself, and the latter providing the subtle vehicle for the flow of that information. It is this basic governing code of each substance that we refer to as the energetic signature of that substance. Is experiencing the subtle energetic signature of a particular substance the same as actually ingesting the physical substance? Yes and no. The energetic signature of a substance is its quintessence, its purest distillation. So, devoid of its extraneous physical components, the experience of an energetic signature is far more refined and understated, but no less powerful in its ability to affect long-term transformations in consciousness and health. In fact, in many ways, this subtle, energetic signature of a substance is far more capable than the physical substance itself to affect positive change, especially when it is amplified, because it resonates more powerfully with the subtle and causal energies associated with human life and consciousness. The key is long-term potentiation. The longer one is immersed in these amplified, subtle, energetic fields of influence, the more they initiate and facilitate positive change over time.